So this was a great comment I got about this person's personal experience in getting restaurant service in Russia versus the US. And I wanted to clarify, tipping doesn't just fit American culture because of difficult orders or Karens. There's so much more to it than that, but obviously I just can't cover all that in a really short video. There was also supposed to be some humor in my other video, which I think was also missed by some people as well. A lot of it comes down to cultural expectations. I mean, we are way more fast-paced than other countries. The majority of diners here, they want to get in and get out. I mean, I work in a pretty nice restaurant, and it is almost rare to have someone really want to space things out. We're just different in that way, and that's not a gripe, that's just how it is. There are many parts of Europe I've been to where the idea for meals is to be a long, not rushed experience. A major contrast that comes to mind is Spain, where it's almost comical how long meals can take sometimes. In many restaurants, they're closed from 2 to 4 for people to go take naps and shit. I mean, it's just so different culturally, which is awesome. In many of the places I've traveled, just trying to get your check at the end of the meal is like a mission in itself. Conversely, a lot of Europeans that experience American dining culture find it to be very rude. Especially things like dropping a check off at a table without first expressly asking for it, but that's an expected norm here. Really interesting to me was my experience in Japan, especially outside of major cities. In many restaurants, there's zero verbal communication. I've gone to many places where there's just 4 options and people walk in, point at what they want, sit down, and it's brought out with no words spoken. Or many places where just enough is said to place your one order and that's it. There isn't a bunch of small talk or listing specials or so much of the pomp and circumstance that we do surrounding our meals here. There was another comment from somebody talking about how they got chastised in Italy just for asking for no tomatoes. And I've been there, I know how it is, you kind of just know to order off the menu. I vividly recall an experience I had in France one time where I was at a pretty nice bar in Paris and I got kicked out for asking for a sambuca on the rocks. The ice being in the drink was literally enough to offend them, and they straight up told me that and asked me to immediately leave. Imagine that happening at a restaurant in America. You ask for ice in your drink and you're told to get out, or you ask for no tomato and the server just starts completely lighting you up over it. That would be seen as completely unacceptable here. At the end of the day, it just comes down to cultural differences, many of which are differences that lead to tipping being a better fit for American culture.